Life is tough. Do not think so is Navy. We have so many battles to face because we have an enemy who isn't willing to let us win. The devil will try each aspect of your life so you can lose. Throughout the Bible, from Genesis to Revelations, we see the evil workings of the enemy. Jesus has told us in John chapter 10 verse 10 what the enemy came to do. He came to steal, to kill, and to destroy. This is the whole goal of the devil, and he does this for just one reason: to make sure Jesus isn't revealed and glorified. For every time there is a revelation of Jesus, the devil loses, and since the devil has decided to make himself an enemy of God, he has automatically become the enemy of everything created by God. The devil is not our friend, neither does he pity anyone just because he wanted to eliminate Jesus as a child. He had every child from age 2 and below killed. Can you imagine such wickedness? If the devil couldn't spare small children who cannot think for themselves, why do you think he spare you? Most people haven't really witnessed the ruthlessness of the devil because their lives aren't in line with bringing the revelation of Jesus and giving him glory. The devil is occupied with people who are on God's assignment. The moment you make up your mind to truly serve God, which in turn means to live a life of meaning and purpose. To the glory of God, you will get the devil's immediate attention. You have to decide whether you want to end your story with the enemy winning over your life, or you want God to fight for you so that new chapters of victory will be written in your story. With God, expect the unexpected. As long as it's God whom you serve, you are in for a victorious ride. With God, you cannot end up in shame. Your story cannot end up in sadness and defeat. God will continually fight your battles if you let Him. The confidence we have in God is in Deuteronomy chapter 31 verse 6, which says, "So be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid and do not panic before them, for the Lord your God will personally go ahead of you. He will neither fail you nor abandon you." God being on your side as Christians is where our confidence lies and where it should always remain. If you know the kind of God you serve, you will know you have no cause to worry about anything because He has your back. He says in the verse above that He will not fail us or even abandon us. What cannot we achieve when we have the Creator of the universe by our side? The answer is nothing. God is mean and ferocious fighter. He is able to break down doors and walls for your sake. Paul was so sure of the power of God that he said in Romans chapter 8 verse 31, "What then shall we say to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us?" This is the kind of certainty we ought to have and work with as Christians. With God, your victory is assured. Pay no mind to whatever the enemy is doing or threatens to do. Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus. Never get distracted by the enemy, because when you do, you will fall. If you want God to fight for you, then you must be willing to do what He says. You must be committed to God if you want Him to also be committed to you. Most people act like God is a vending machine. They only go there when they need something. This is a very wrong attitude. God wants a relationship with us. He wants to hear us in the morning, afternoon, and night. He doesn't want to be far from us, but if we don't draw close to Him, He also will be far away from us, just like humans do. God also does. As a human, you don't take everyone as your best friend. There are levels of relationship. You will be able to do certain things for some people. For others, you can go to the extra mile. Yet for some, you are not even willing to do anything. This is the same with God. The quantity and quality of what you receive from God will also depend on how close you both are. It is very important to note this. You cannot gain any tangible gift from God when you are far away from Him. God has many weapons of war when He wants to fight. This is why we say God fights a very good fight, and we often have to just follow His instructions and watch Him do the rest. The way God fights is very different from the way humans fight. Christians must realize that our battles might appear in the physical realm, but it never originates from the physical realm, but the spiritual. This is why it is really important for us to cooperate with God so He can fight our battles for us. God bless you.